Today on Fitness Under Fire, was the Kinobody challenge helpful or was it hurtful to the online fitness community? Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Fitness Under Fire. We are a debate channel looking at current and controversial fitness topics. My name is Kat and I will be your host for today. Now we have two challengers. We have Al in one corner and we have Christina in the other. Now, the rules of the game are this. The topic is chosen at random, and the opinions expressed today aren't necessarily the opinions of the person who expressed them. We are just trying to do justice to both sides of the debate so that you, the audience member, can decide for yourself of where you stand. So, without further ado, today's topic is, was the Kinobody challenge helpful or was it hurtful to the online fitness community? Take it away, guys.
Okay, so for people who aren't aware, the Kinobody Natty Verified challenge,
Hashtag Natty Verified.
Hashtag Natty Verified, was basically Kinobody on his channel calling out the entire fitness industry and asking them all to subject themselves to a test to prove their natty status, that they're natural as opposed to being the fake natties.
It's time we change this. It's time we fix this. It's time we know who is natural and who isn't.
Yes.
So, was it helpful or hurtful? You want to go first?
I will go first, so very clearly, I'm thinking not helpful.
Okay.
All right, not helpful in general overall.
Mm-hmm.
A few first impressions I had from it, like when it first started in the first videos he put out, as YouTubers, we can appreciate, I believe I speak for the both of you as well, that having a great gimmick is fantastic. Excellent work, very well done. It really gets buzz going, although your videos, Kinobody, they make me motion sick. Just put the camera on a tripod. I can't even watch them. I have to look away. Anyways.
He has to show you his beautiful mansion
We've
in the
seen
pool.
it. We've seen it. That's enough.
All right.
Okay. Anyways, so a few things. So some things have already been discussed by some other YouTubers. Shredded Sports Science, James Linker, one of our favorites. He talked about it a little bit.
So in my mind, this actually won't work anywhere.
And one of the main issues that comes out is Kinobody's whole thing was this was going to be voluntary, where people voluntarily go through this testing to prove that they're natty.
You can't exactly force someone
Of course.
to do a medical test.
Of course, but the issue...
Also known as assault and battery.
Yes, it would be. Yes, correct. But the issue there would be, like in sports when they do this, it's all random. They don't know when it's going to happen, and there's a whole process for that. Right. Whereas this was going to be, they would know when the test is going to happen, and it would be voluntary, and that skews things. You can't really have a super accurate test when you're doing that because people could prepare.
They would be controlling it themselves.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that's a problem. And also some people are kind of upset at the idea that this is a marketing gimmick. That doesn't upset me so much. If you have a gimmick and it's a great idea, why not? We all want to grow our channels. But as far as what I was thinking about this is that...
Sorry, just to go, do you think that was just a ploy to grow the channel?
Potentially. I don't know the man personally, but it may have been a ploy just to grow the channel.
He has the noblest of intentions.
I don't know what his intentions are.
100% noble.
I don't know. They might be, but generally, probably not. But generally, my general thoughts were, one is that he's kind of preaching to the choir, because the people who are kind of in on this, people who are watching him and watching other kind of fitness YouTubers, and they're already kind of drinking the Kool-Aid. They're already aware of a lot of this. They've already heard of people juicing. It's already something it's not a shock, this idea that some people may be juicing.
Okay.
It's not super surprising to them.
Can I jump in here?
Please do.
Okay, so a couple things based on what you said. First off, this was 100% helpful to the online fitness industry. Now,
was it?
Now let me explain.
Not even 99%. This man's certain.
That's bold.
100% helpful, and I'm going to explain why. The reason why it's helpful, and let me first concede a couple of points. Yes, it is quite possible his intentions were not the most noble.
Yeah.
This may have been self-serving drama, as seems to be the intention behind a lot of his videos. And in specific, take a look at this video.
The times of fake natties screwing and lying with people are over. It's not going to happen anymore. There's no more cheating. This is the new standard that we're going to set together.
Okay, so definitely a bit of a ridiculous flair for the dramatics.
Which I appreciate.
And certainly there's an extent to perhaps he may be suffering from an overinflated ego. So that's all true. Second, I'm also going to concede the other point, not the one about intention, but the one you were talking about, voluntariness.
Yeah.
It obviously isn't going to catch anyone, this hashtag Natty verified challenge. No fake Natty is going to be like, oh, let me do this test. Oh, turns out I'm on steroids. Of course, that's not going to happen. Why would a fake Natty even agree to do the test?
Well, I mean, they potentially would agree to do the test. They would just do it at a certain time when they know whatever they're taking is out of their system.
Even worse. Mm-hmm. And certainly Greg himself has even admitted the limitations of this in a recent video.
So how is it helpful?
So, these are the problems that we know exist. He's admitted himself that there's limitations, but this has spread massive awareness in the online community. Now, you're saying that, it's only spread awareness to people who are already aware of fake natties. Fake natties are a huge problem in the industry. Whether his intentions are pure and noble or not, we have to realize that even if he doesn't catch anybody with hashtag nattyverified, people are talking about this. Various other channels started talking about this. We're talking about it. So many different channels started talking about the hashtag nattyverified. New people will come to their channels. Perhaps some new people came to Kinobody's channel and start to think about, what it means to be a fake natty. Now that they're cognizant of this is going to solve a big problem that exists in the online fitness world. The fake natty problem. Because what do fake natties do? They end up promoting products, saying, you can look like me if you take this product. People waste their money, waste their time, never end up getting the results. But perhaps even worse, this is also part and parcel of the whole photoshopping and Instagram problem. It's giving people body dysmorphia. It's making people have psychologically unattainable, unrealistic goals for themselves because they see these people and they think, I can look like them. They're natural. I'm natural.
Of course, for a lot of people, especially people who maybe aren't super educated when it comes to fitness, they'll see people who are natty, like Jeff Nippert, one of our favorites. He totally is natural. That is also going to, his figure could give people body dysmorphia as well. He looks like a puffed up muscle, like it's also an unattainable goal as well.
Whoa, no, we have to make a distinction there, right? So when you see like Jeff Nippert's body or when you see Jeff Cavalier's body, yes, their bodies are in their own way incredibly glorious, but the idea that they're completely unattainable, I would actually have to argue that that's false. A certain amount of dedication and hard work and eating a right way,
and making it your profession.
And certainly genetics, making it your profession. But you can get close. When you look at Jeff Cavalier, for instance, there's some level of attainability to his body structure.
Let's face it, I have a better chest gradation than he does.
He has complained about his upper chest development, yes. But nonetheless, the point is, there are limitations, genetic limitations that you see on his body. His body is attainable. It's glorious, but it's attainable for people.
I want to put quotes around attainable. It's attainable if it is your profession.
It's far more attainable than some of these steroided up, juiced up bodybuilding physiques.
That is true, but I think the same body dysmorphia can happen looking at them. There's also a lot of people out there who, when they see the really big bodybuilding juiced up physiques, they don't actually find that something to be desirable. A lot of people don't. No. They find those other ones to be more desirable. The Jeff Cavaliers, the Jeff Nippert, he's a bit more of a beefcakey.
Yeah.
But they find that more desirable, and in essence, it's just as it's unattainable for them too, because it's not going to be their profession. So it can still cause the same dysmorphia.
Okay, there's no doubt that any type of going online and looking at people who look a certain way can cause all kinds of psychological problems. But the problem with the fake natties is they almost most definitely will, because their bodies are almost most definitely unattainable without steroids and juice. And so that's a significant problem. But now, because the conversation is out there, and because Greg, through his hashtag nattyverified, spread it out there and so many channels discussed it, there's going to be a lot of especially young people who might be new to fitness who come on board, watch any type of video that's discussing it, and think to themselves, I better be aware of that. So now when they go to these other fake natty YouTube pages, and the fake natties know who they are, they'll be aware, this 4% body fat bulging muscle guy isn't for real.
I have a question, because you raise an important issue, let's say. The fact that people are talking about it, are they talking about the hashtag or are they talking about the fake natties? Because they're two different things.
Okay, to me, it's irrelevant. It's getting people in the door about a topic that perhaps wasn't as well known before, which is there's a lot of people online who are faking their natural status in order to sell a physique that is based on lies. So whether they're coming in because they're interested in hashtag Natty verified or because they're coming in through some other avenue, eventually that idea is going to end up resonating with them and perhaps sticking with them as they go forward in their fitness journey.
I would like to posit something, assuming what you're saying is true.
Yes.
Let's assume that some people are learning that there are fake natties out there, that there are people on various drugs and steroids or whatever, that are causing them to look the way they look.
Yeah.
So I'm a 16-year-old dude, right? And I'm following this guy, and he's a big beefcake. He looks great.
Okay.
He has those videos where he goes out and he's got his nice car and he's got his nice, like he goes to the beach. All great stuff. I want his life. Oh my goodness, he has the greatest life.
Yes.
I find out through people calling him out, he is a fake natty. He's been trying to sell me supplements, and I've been taking those supplements, and I don't look like him yet.
Right.
My goodness, what do I need to do? He's obviously roiding up. He looks like he has a great life. You know what? I'm gonna take some steroids.
Okay,
this seems
ridiculous.
like a great idea. You know what? I never would have known he was on steroids. I would have gone on just having my BCAAs
That's
and my
the secret.
Omegas or whatever.
And San Pellegrino.
Yeah, and some San Pellegrino, whatever it is. And I would have continued doing that and it would have been fine. But you're telling me that he's on steroids, that he's the person I want to be. I'm going to go out and get steroids. This might lead to more people being on steroids.
Ridiculous.
Would you like to respond, keeping in mind that we're also running out of time?
Okay, I'll make my closing remarks responding to this.
To my
type of
brilliant
nonsense.
points.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
It's not.
The plethora of people who would learn that someone is a fake natty and then go buy steroids to be like those fake
Lots of
natties
them.
is just something you've conjured up in your
I
head.
have not on reality and knowledge of human psychology is what is come about.
No. So there's obviously
I'm
gonna
totally right, you know.
there's obviously going to be some people who take it to that extreme. And that's true. There's no doubt about that. I doubt that learning that their idol is a fake natty is what pushes them over the edge. But more importantly, we're talking about whether or not this was overall helpful to the fitness industry. Overall. Not whether it leads one or two people astray, learning that their idol is a fake natty and then they want to take steroids. No. Is this overall helpful? Most people who learn about fake natties online aren't going to go rush off and start injecting themselves. No, they're actually going to learn to be more distrustful and have a healthy skepticism as they go forward. That is more beneficial than any of these one-off examples that you're suggesting where now it puts the idea of steroids in people's heads.
I disagree. I think that the overall impression people will have is, oh, that's what I need to do because my idols are doing that because they idolize them so much. Or, that's what I need to do to be like them. I don't want to do that because it's bad for me. Now I'm discouraged and I'm going to kind of get out of this whole fitness world to begin with.
There you have it, guys. You've heard both sides of the debates. Who do you agree with? Is it Al or do you agree with Christina? Let us know in the comments below and let us know your other thoughts about this topic or other topics. We'll see you next time under Fitness Under Fire. Cheers!